music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
This couldn't happen again. This is that one. This couldn't happen again. This is that one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the two-stroke teardown. So today, I thought I'd start talking about now because we've done a little bit of stuff. So I ended up taking the cylinder head off because I got my new wrenches, my new spanners, whatever you call them. Looks pretty grimy in there. I know you guys can't really see that a whole lot. Maybe if I do this one more time. No, yes, no, maybe, no. No, not at all. Okay, so there's a lot of carbon deposits down there. The walls don't look marred up, but they do look, I mean, as greasy as a two-stroke gets. So there's a lot of carbon hanging around. Spark plug looks like it's fairly new compared to everything else. So yeah, focus you. There we go. So yeah, it's not too fouled up. I don't know if you can see any of that or not, but it's looking pretty good. You just watched me clean a bunch of the carbon off there. There was a shirt ton of carbon. There's some on the sides here. I don't really know how I'm going to attack it because I don't have that. I have the tool that you need, but I don't have the tool that you want. And the one I want is a bit smaller than that. So I don't really have that geared up. So I'll just give you a little rundown as I try to think about how I'm going to do this without getting a bunch of crud in there. I don't necessarily have compressed air or anything like that. This is a very basic teardown, by the way. This is what any normal person could do in their garage with their handful of tools that they have. Most people have wrenches. For some reason I didn't. So I had to buy wrenches. But that's kind of the biggest thing I had to do. And so far I could do everything. I have a piece of sandpaper. I just have some cleaner that I'm using. Some acetone. It's just something that's gonna do something more than just water, and I don't really want to put water in there, so that's gonna dry up pretty quick, the acetone. That was my other choice for that. I got little brushes, which is, I got a screwdriver, I have a knife, just some standard stuff that people have. Brushes, I kind of bought that specifically for detailing my engine bay one time, so that might not be super common, but everything else is pretty standard. Again, wrenches, the tool you want is not this one, so you're really on par with me. I don't even know where I got that one, so a lot of stuff I just kind of collect. And it just so happens to end up in my toolbox. But yeah, just standard stuff. Like I can't even think of anything that isn't really specialized here. So, in saying that, you can get as far as I've gotten just by using the tools that you have at home. If you've got an old lawnmower that you want to take apart, I know a lot of young guys just want to get into stuff, and that's kind of what I'm doing this for too. Is like, you know, I've always wanted to get into doing engines and stuff like that, but I didn't really know how, and I didn't really have the spare time. I didn't have the tools, and this is over the course of like 5 or 10 years now that I've kind of accumulated all the tools for it. So I have what I need now, and I'm just going to town on it. So what I have here, what I'd like to show you is, like I said before, this is the gasket. It's going to go on there, and you can see, if I turn it the right way, where are they? Come on now. So, I don't know why it's not, I did it earlier, but there we go, there's one right there. You see the light right through it. You see the light right through that one. Oh, it's just I'm pointing at a black spot. So you get a little bit of the light through these ports. Again, as long as you're not pointing towards a black spot on your bench. Those are, because this is a two-stroke, those are the fuel air mixture ports that pull the fuel and air through from the crankcase down here where the reed valves are. See those two silver little slots? The air fuel mixture goes in through the bottom through those reed valves, travels up. It's kind of separated here. The air fuel mixture, you can't. It's going to be really hard to show you, but I'll show you on camera here. But when I take this down to bottom dead center, somewhere around there, the piston has closed off everything from the crankshaft or the crankcase, and then when it starts coming up, it allows that pressure that's being pushed up to suck up the air fuel mixture around these four vents, or these four ports I should say, and it comes up through there, and they're pretty well level with the exhaust port, so that's not really useful, although they're pointed that way, and so it's got to go that way, swirl around the cylinder, and it's getting the back pressure from this side, so they both have to swirl around the cylinder, meet over here, combust, and then they come out this side here. So the direction of airflow is going away, but all at the same time air and fuel comes in. It's probably not the most efficient. It's probably not the most efficient system. You know, if I wanted to go at it and do some modifications and stuff like that, what I would probably do first, not that I know a whole lot, so this might be wrong, but from what I see, I would probably try to just make the holes a little shallower or something. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I would assume that the factory knows better than I do. Or I would plug these up, and if I had the tools to do it, the grinder and everything, I'd go along this line here, right down at the bottom. If you can see it there, maybe if I put that right there, you can kind of see it there. Not really. I'm just talking, just lying to you. You can see there that there's a ledge before the exhaust port, which is really supposed to sit like that, but that ledge, I would cut it there, put an extender, block these holes off, put the exhaust port where the extender would be. just to kind of give some space so that you're not directly pulling in all the fuel air mixture out the exhaust port all at the same time. So, that being said, I still don't have any idea what I'm doing. Don't listen to me when it comes to modifying that kind of stuff. I'm just going to keep going on the carbon deposits here, see if I can get any of that off. If I can't, it's just going to have to be good enough. Which probably isn't going to make too much of a fuss for the engine. I'm going to really focus on the carburetor because I believe that that's probably going to be where most of my problem is. There doesn't look like there's a whole lot of bad stuff going on. Again, I'm going to clean this plug up because it's fairly new. Just to get it tested out and see where we are, and then I'll eventually put in a new plug within the next few weeks here. Realign this, which I've talked to people online, and they say a $1 American bill folded in half or a standard business card is the correct spacing between the Magneto. You want about a business card between the two magnets. So that's locked on there pretty tight. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna head back on the carbon deposits there.
This couldn't happen again. This is that one.
the Magneto thing. Again, not 100% sure on that term. As long as our spark plug still works, because it popped out again, and I'm just losing confidence in the spark plug assembly, so I might have to go buy a thing for that to see if it works, which I think is $10 to $30 to $40. It can't be that much. Although it is a big bundle of copper, so I honestly couldn't tell you. Now that I think about it, okay, so let's put that together. And this is why you don't buy cheap tools. On the other hand, I mean, these are just as stripped as they were when I found them, so I'm not displeased at all. So, put the gasket back on there. Big Phillips. Hopefully that holds out on us. We'll see. And we'll slam that back together. Yeah. That and let's look inside there while we're dealing with the carb, because this might show a different problem that we didn't know existed. Okay, there's the float. pushes the fuel around, I guess. Little piece of cork, or not cork, but foam. Oh, don't tell me oh, there's the needle. See, I didn't want to open this, did I? I don't feel like I wanted to open this. I feel like I didn't want to open this. Ah, fuck. Where does all this shit go? Oh, that's the pin for there. Okay. Sit somewhere like that. Okay, we're gonna close this back up real quick before I decker this right to hell. We're gonna close this up as soon as possible. This gasket looks pretty good. I see no point of repairing it. Fuel pushes that down there, allows fuel to come out, locks that up. I don't know enough about carburetors, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to open something I didn't want to open in terms of never getting it back together. So okay, word to the wise, don't open your carburetor unless you absolutely have to. Seems like not the kind of place that I want it to be. So we'll start cranking these down one by one to make sure they're tightened down properly. Cross pattern because folklore says so. We'll try not to strip anything because folklore says so. Tighten down a little bit, one by one. Okay, that's the carburetor back on with the reed valve. We got the cylinder head on. Everything's been cleaned out. I gotta get the Magneto on, and then we'll be good to go. So, I've been told that the best course of action is a business card for adjusting it, and that seems like the diameter or the thickness of a business card. So we will put this, the ignition coil, I guess you could, you know what, the jury's still out on that one. I'm not 100% sure. But what I'm going to call it is the ignition coil from now on. How can I balance this? Where you can see it. that should be timed close enough that we can start troubleshooting it if a problem does arise. So that should be timed properly, which it does feel pretty grippy there, so that should be good. Okay, so I've mixed up some two-stroke oil, gas, fuel, and I've gotten the air filter back on. I think we're ready, except for the throttle. Something like this, I don't know. For anybody watching who's probably smarter than me at this stuff, you're probably smarter than me at this stuff. This is all the way closed. That's all the way closed. That's all the way open right there. So you only have to go about halfway. Because the other half of the way is all the way closed the other side. So, what gets you to that point? My problem is I don't remember where it sat before, so it's just clearing that stuff. So it probably sat somewhere over here, but it went to there. That's good. I looked inside the tank. I'll show you guys again. There's nothing going on in there. You can see the filter on the other side is pretty good, almost pristine. So I got my two-stroke mixed up. I got gas line on there. I'm gonna put the bracket on. Crank these on. Not as tight as they were before, because if you remember, it was cranked on pretty good. It was really cranked on there. So what I'm gonna do is not do that. Oh, you know what I forgot? What I forgot was the exhaust port. So we need to deal with that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. The exhaust gasket is in pieces. It's just in shambles. And part of it goes underneath what's there. So I'm going to have to cut out... I guess I could do that. No, that'll be simple. That'll be simple. So, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like there's chipmunks in the wall. I just heard something. I feel like I only need two. My seal seems to be pretty good. Honestly, I'm not too confident about what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing it, and you're not. So we'll see how far this gets. Actually, you know what? Now that I have that on there, it's pretty tight. Pretty tight. I just have to look at how that's going to fit on there. I have to cut some corners off. And just modify it a little bit as we go here to get it to fit right. Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm just going to do a dry fit right now and show you. Got to take these out. with enough smush factor, we can get that to work. Oh crap, I have no idea. We'll see. Let's put it together. We'll see. Okay, so tried to add as much smush factor as I could. I did an extra turn just to make sure that gasket is seated. I'm not confident. I'm really not. I need to be able to flip this over and see if it runs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a board and cut it so that I can fit the shaft over it. Done, people. We are done. All right, let's take this outside. Okay, people. I'm gonna put a timestamp right here. Give your predictions. Put the timestamp in. Is this going to work now or not? Let's see if it does. I'm gonna put the two-stroke in. You guys can put some Jeopardy music on and see if this is gonna work or not. Again, you guys tell me right now if I did everything right. If I did everything, at least some of it right. If I did some of it right and you think it's going to work, let me know. If I did none of it right, if you think it's all fucked up, you tell me now. How much gas do you think I should put in? How much gas do you think I should put in? At least enough. I should probably tip the engine up a little bit, but at least enough that it's feeding in. Enough that it's going to work. So we get the purple now. I don't know what it was supposed to be before, but it's definitely purple now. What about that much? It covers the filter by the looks of it, so. Alright people. Alright people. This is probably in your way. This is probably in your way. Let's see if I fixed anything. Plugs on there, stator, anything. Okay. Well, that's a problem. Oh, I need the start button. I need the start button. The start button. Oh my god. What a nightmare. We'll lose a finger here in a second. Spark? That should be the first question. Do we have spark? So, I tested the spark plug. What I did was I kept it on the connector, put it up against there, held it, pulled it, it jolted me, we're good. We have spark. I think it's starting to go now. Like I think we're getting to the point where it just wants to work. I'm gonna try. I don't have really, lighter fluid or anything like that. I think what I'm gonna do is just put a little bit of stroke on my fingers, flick it in there, do that. I don't have the proper stuff. Tighten this down. I don't know if this is necessary so much, but standing this upright might help. Oh, that's why it's so hard to pull. I don't know. We'll reconvene in a little bit, I suppose. So, ladies and gentle bugs, this is what we have. We have a spark plug that looks alright, good enough, but I'll probably do some troubleshooting on the electrical system here, just to see what we have. Obviously we're breaking pieces off, left, right, and center, so we'll take that apart and look into it a bit more. I have a strong suspicion it's going to be electrical, and that may require new pieces. We might be putting new pieces on. I'm not 100% sure, but what I do know is that this is the end of the video. This has been a long one, I'm sure. I don't know what the total run time is quite yet. I'm going to try to cut it down as much as possible. But man, there's a lot of footage. I've had to empty my camera a few times here, so I know that there's a lot going on. There's probably, there doesn't look like a whole lot of shmoo on the connectors here. Honestly, I can't even tell you. I don't know. I don't know because it looks really good in terms of electrical stuff, which is something I know a little bit about. But it could just be bad wires in there now. I can't really get the coating off here to crack it open. I don't really want to if I don't have to. Again, it might just be a spark plug cable. But we'll do some troubleshooting on that later on, because I just don't know. I just do not know. Yeah, we're breaking this all to pieces. Oh, you know what? You know what? There's your answer. So this is what connects into the spark plug. That's garbage. That's garbage. I didn't even have to try so hard to break that off. So So that's our next course of action, but that's going to be in a different video. This one's far too long. I'll cut this up, and I will put this out for you guys here very soon. I know you've been waiting if you saw the first intro video. All in all, it's pretty smooth. It doesn't have any lag. It doesn't, you know, it's a lot to pull all at once, and I wish we had a bigger recoil on it, or whatever you call it. But all in all, it's a really nice looking engine. It's 110 cc's, like I said before. It's a D-403. Carb might need to be messed with. I don't know for sure. Probably though, because I messed with it quite a bit myself. I don't know what I'm doing. Air is good. We're getting good airflow. I got some mix in the tank. Our fuel line is connected all the way down. It's a little grimy on the inside of here, but I'm not too concerned right now. If the day comes that we take this apart once again, then we do. If we don't, we don't. All in all, though, I think you guys are going to be very excited for what we have going on in this next few videos. When it comes to the engine, when it comes to troubleshooting, when it comes to doing all kinds of good things. I hope you like this video. I really do. I'm trying to, I mean, obviously this is the third video or something like that. I'm trying to get things started. I want to bring in some interesting content for you guys. And I think this is the kind of stuff that I want to be doing. Lots of just breaking shit down and seeing what's inside of it. I love taking stuff apart. I love reusing stuff. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle. That was drilled into us as kids, right? So I really love to see what's going on. I'm looking at the gasket that I made, and it's sealing all the way around really nicely. I'm not concerned with my gaskets. I'm happy I learned how to do that. It's not a huge skill, but it is something that I didn't do before. And that's my biggest thing, you know, teaching you guys stuff, showing you guys what's on the inside, learning stuff for myself. Yeah. I just want to see what's going on and start messing with stuff. And I've been stagnating on learning all this stuff for far too long. I mean, I got this engine for free, so you might as well just pick it apart and I put probably $20 into it in terms of gasket paper and two-stroke oil and carb cleaner, and you know, away you go. I had to buy my own tools. I had to buy some new tools to make this all work, but really, at the end of the day, it's worth it. It's really worth it. So this has been a really fun project so far. I can't wait to get going on it again. I can't wait to clean it up and make it look all pretty. I have some ideas for making it look a lot nicer in terms of, you know, the metals and stuff like that, and cleaning it up nice and putting some good paint on it. I want to keep the green, the Lawnboy green, just sort of as a reminder of where she all came from. I mean, there's a lot of green hanging around. I can definitely pull from. I want to see if I can get an old Lawnboy sticker. There's the old Lawnboy sticker on the front, plastic. This actually sits the other way, but for now, the old plastic. I think that's really. So mix a half pint into 1 gallon. So what did I do? I mixed about a half pint into 1 gallon. Right on. So that's what it wanted me to do, and that's what I did. I'm following the rules as much as possible. Turn primer knob to on, prime by depressing fully, and release. Place foot on mower and pull to start. I do that now, but we kind of, you know, dip in the igniter, so we'll see what has to go on there. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm really happy I learned something about this. These are cool old mowers. It's a 1966 Lawnboy D series. It's been a blast, folks. I'll see you in the next video.
I know